What is recognition of youth work? Many national and European studies have confirmed that youth work has multiple values for society. As a field of practice, youth work contributes to the personal, social, and civic development of young people. It supports young people in developing essential competences needed for life, for working with other people, and for managing diversity. Youth work develops a sense of solidarity and inclusion, and helps young people to become more self-confident individuals and empowered citizens. In brief, youth work matters, and it deserves proper recognition. But what kinds of recognition are out there? As shown in the Pathways Paper 2.0 from 2011, there is no real recognition of youth work without self-recognition. It implies deepening the awareness of youth workers themselves about the impact of their work and its value for society. It calls on youth workers to reflect on why and how they do their work. However, there is no real recognition without the others. Social recognition is about how community and society relate to youth work. It is about how your friends, neighbours, media, and other sectors understand youth work and if they appreciate the role it plays. When formal recognition is in place, youth work has an official status granted by governmental bodies. This might mean that youth work is formally recognised as a profession, can be learnt in formal education, and youth worker qualifications are included in the National Qualification Framework. It is hard to imagine youth work without non-formal and informal learning. Therefore, youth work naturally relates to the educational policies in the field of validation, of informal and non-formal learning. Validation in the context of youth work implies creating possibilities for young people to get the learning and competences gained in youth work formally recognised. In some countries, youth work has gained political recognition. This means that youth work is high on the political agenda and that there are official policies and state acts adopted about youth work. A good example of this comes from Ireland, where the Youth Work Act of 2001 was formally adopted. At the European level, this process has been stimulated by the European Youth Work Agenda launched in 2020. Finally, as suggested by Arafa in 2018, recognition can be expressed in the amount of resources invested in youth work, and therefore, we can also speak about economic recognition as well. This might go hand in hand with political recognition, but it can also represent a separate recognition type, referring to the allocation of funds both from public and private sources. The claim for better recognition of youth work and non-formal learning at the European level started to become expressed. Since then, many steps have been made, and it has become clear that recognition is not a single project, but rather a process. It takes different forms and routes in different national contexts, much of which depends on the history and status of youth work in each country.